This kind thing, I have never had it before in my entire life. For a old president of giants of Africa, Nigeria to be precise, our president, Baba Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, he is seeing everything that is going on in Nigeria, but there's nothing he can do about it. He wish he could do something about it, but there is not. 18 minutes kokoloma gbora ipe mi o gbori. Precise. Our president, Baba Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, he is seeing everything that is going on in Nigeria, but there's nothing he can do about it. He wish he could do something about it, but there is not. 18 minutes kokoloma gbora ipe mi o gbori. And Baba doesn't want to resign. Baba is still looking forward to spend 8 years on the seat. What ti gbàgbé pé Ọlọ́run ló lẹ́nu. Ẹ jẹ́ n play fún yín kí tó sọ̀rọ̀.
The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways.
But there is not.
But there is not.
Ó dà pé mi ò gbọ́ rí látijọ́ tí mo ti délé ayé. Pé Baba wish, but there is not. Ní ó jẹ́ pé àwọn employ yín sẹ́nu iṣẹ́ pé kẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ fún wa. Baba, you submitted your application. You submitted your CV. Ẹ wá ṣẹ́ wá sọ́dọ̀ wa. A rí pé yín lẹ wà competent láti ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn. Ọwọ́ yín wá tẹ̀kúdà. Ẹ wá ń sọ fún wa sí pé there's nothing you can do about the hardship in Nigeria. Your age mates are out there suffering in Nigeria. Wọ́n ò ní open nǹkan tó máa jẹ. Baba, ẹ ti jẹ dodo ẹ lè sọ dodo. Gone are those days. Tẹ́ máa ń fi àṣà Nigeria, àṣà Yorùbá, tẹ́ máa fi mú wa mọ́lẹ̀ pé wọn ò kí èèyàn kì í sọ̀rọ̀ ságbàlagbà. Baba, ọ̀rọ̀ àgbàlagbà kọ́ ni tó bá ti dọ̀rọ̀ politics. Nítorí pé àwa la choose yín. Ẹ̀yin lẹ gbé application wa, ẹ̀yin lẹ apply fún iṣẹ́. Employee wa lẹ jẹ́, àwa ni employer yín. Agbára wa dọ́wọ́ yín sìn, ẹ wá ń ṣe bó ṣe wù yín. Tó bá jẹ́ abroad ni nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí ti ṣẹlẹ̀. Ìjọba tó bá wà ńbẹ̀ á tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ mọ bí aráàlú ṣe máa jẹ tán ṣe máa mú tí ara máa tù wọ́n. Problem aráàlú ní abroad, problem olórí ni. Tí aráàlú bá ní problem labroad, olórí yẹn ò ní lè sùn. Báwo ni tiwa ṣe jẹ́ ní 2024? Tí wọ́n bá accommodate wa, tí wọ́n bá gbà wá mọ́ra tọwọ́ tẹsẹ̀. Kí la fẹ́ ṣe níbi tá a dé yìí Baba Tinubu? Ẹ ti jẹ dodo ẹ lè sọ dodo nítorí pé ẹ̀yin náà ẹ ti jẹ governor rí, ẹ ti mọ bí gbogbo kíní ṣe ń rí. Nígbà tẹ́yin náà wà ń bẹ mọ bó ṣe ń lọ. Ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà ti kúrò pé Baba Tinubu da bùjẹbùdánù ní kò láhùn. No, 1% èèyàn ló ń gbádùn yín ní Nàìjíríà. Ìyẹn kọ́ la fẹ́. Baba ẹ ní láti kọ́ gbogbo èèyàn bó ṣe ń pẹja. Ẹ ti gbogbo bọ́dà pa àwọn èèyàn ro ń jẹjẹ. Ní ìlú táwa wà yìí tó ẹni tó bá kù díẹ̀ ká tó fún ó níbi tán máa ń lọ ní àwọn local government wọn. Tí wọ́n máa ti lọ gba oúnjẹ every week, once in a week. Oúnjẹ tó máa kó fún yín lọ́sẹ̀ yìí ẹ lè má ì tí ì jẹ tán. Gbogbo provisions, everything, gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ bá nídìí inú ilé. Débi nǹkan téèyàn ń jẹ sẹ́nu. Débi breakfast, bread, everything, butter. Gbogbo ẹ̀ náà máa ń kó fún àwọn èèyàn every week. Ẹlòmíì ò tí ì jẹ ti week yìí tán, ó tún máa lọ gbà ní next week. Ní Nàìjíríà kò sí gbogbo yẹn o. Palliative ó ń kúrò lọ́dọ̀ yín lókè. Nígbà tẹ́yin náà wà ní orí seat governorship. Ẹ mọ bó ṣe rí. Ẹ mọ bẹ́yìn náà ṣe máa ń gbàǹgbà yẹn mọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń ṣe. Ẹsẹ̀ ló máa ń mẹsẹ̀ ó lè tọ̀. Baba, ẹ mọ̀ pé kàn fẹ́ lọ try bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ni. Ẹ kàn fẹ́ lọ mark register. Ẹ mọ̀ pé agbára yín ò lè gbé nítorí pé ẹ̀yin náà ti dé àwọn èèyàn lọ́wọ́ nídìí iṣẹ́ wọn nígbà tẹ́yin náà wà lórí governor. Kì í ṣe pé ìjọ kan lẹ dé tẹkọ̀ dédé lórí presidential seat yẹn. Ẹ ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ibì kan. Ẹni tó bá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ first timer ló yẹ kó máa sọ nǹkan tẹ́ ń sọ. Pé aráàlú òrò ń jẹjẹ wọn òró mímú. Ara ni wọn kò síná kò sí títì. Ẹ̀yin dẹ̀ wà nínú ilé tí yín. Iná ò kú rí nínú ilé yín. Omi ò dákẹ́rí nínú ilé yín. AC yín báyìí 24 hours ni. Àwọn ọmọ yín gbádùn wọn yọ̀ káàkiri. Wọ́n ń ralé káàkiri ní abroad. Ẹ̀yin wá sọ jáde Baba. Ẹ dẹ̀ bẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run. Ẹ mọ̀ bóyá last chance lọ́lọ́run fún yín láti sa gbogbo agbára yín kí nǹkan yí padà ní Nàìjíríà kí ara lè tu àwọn èèyàn. Tẹ́ bá sọ pé ẹ máa lọ second term. Ẹni Ọlọ́run ò ní ṣe yín lẹ́ni tí ẹ̀mí ò dọ̀la tó ń dóṣù mẹ́fà. Ọlọ́run ló ní ẹ̀mí. Ẹ ṣe bí pé ẹ̀mí yẹn ẹ̀yin lẹ ní. Bàbá, ẹni tá jọ sùn lánàá dà, wọ́n ti kú, wọ́n ti lọ. Ẹni tá jọ sùn ní dà, ó lè dọ̀la ká má rí mọ́. 8 years tí ò ti guarantee ṣé ẹ mọye èèyàn tó máa kú. Tí election bá wá dé sí tó bá kú bí 1 year, ẹ wá tó máa fi oúnjẹ àti chicken chains ẹ fi máa tú àwọn èèyàn lójú. Ẹ ti mọ̀ pé gbogbo wọn gọ̀. But àwa youth à ń sọ fún yín pé bèbí wa ti ṣẹ́jú. Enough is enough. Baba, enough is enough. Because nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ fún yín ẹ ní láìkí ẹ̀. Kúkúrú ń kú, àgbà ń kú, ọmọdé ń kú, gíga ń kú. Ẹ̀yin sọ pé ẹ rí gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. You are seeing everything that is happening in Nigeria. But there is nothing you can do about it. You wish. Ẹni ó wù yín. But why tẹ́ ṣe resign bàbá nígbà tẹ́ mọ̀ pàgbára yín ò gbé. Nítorí pé ẹ̀yin lẹ wáṣẹ́ wá sọ́dọ̀ wa. Àwa la gbéṣẹ́ fún yín. I need the feedback. Positive.
According to Mr. Gbajamiala, he says social media must be regulated. Now, me, I just want to give my honest advice. So there's 2 news. Gbajamiala says social media must be regulated. And then they say there's a 3 years jail term for anybody that criticizes Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, our president. First thing first, to Mr. Gbajamiala, the day you regulate social media by if they must, that is the day the people are going to rally against you. You people don't understand that this youth of Nigeria, they are distracted. Social media is making them not to see that the country is actually drowning. It is social media that have blinded their eyes. All these kids making and all this comedy and all these vibes they are catching online is what is making them not understand that you old people have scattered the country. It's what is making them not understand that the fuel price is going to hit 1,000 naira very soon. It's what is making them not to realize that dollar is almost getting to 2,000 naira. It's what is making them to not realize that you people have scattered Nigeria to the point where investors are no longer coming in. So the day you put it away by force, say, okay, yes, you cannot, that's the day these people will start a revolution against you. So you better have sense and just leave it the way it is. It is an advice. But if you want to test your patience, do it. And see what this youth will do to you. Now, social media and I make them they calm. Cover social media one day, make sure it will happen for this country. Don't turn them upside down for you. Now, secondly, they say you cannot criticize Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. It's so funny that the Tinubu administration, they only channel their energy towards the wrong thing. You know? Now, Tinubu's regime, obviously, is the worst regime ever. His starting is the worst starting ever in the history of this country. And if he continues like this, he will go down as the worst president that has ever emerged in Nigeria. You're coming into power, the first thing you are doing is to remove fuel subsidy. And you are saying that you use the money to do something good. But what did you use the money to do? Nothing. We are into more hardship. You are removing subsidy because you say we are the only people that buy cheap fuel in Nigeria. That is the reason why you are removing subsidy, not because you have a plan. You are saying that we are the only people that are buying cheap fuel in Africa. Not because you have a plan to actually use the money to do something. You remove subsidy, you are buying cars for senators. You are buying a yacht. People are crying. Minimum wage is 30K. And you say if they criticize Tinubu, will go and serve 3 years in jail. That's the only thing that your mind is going to. Tinubu is not doing well. His administration is not doing well. We are suffering. Investors don't want to come to Nigeria. Diesel has skyrocketed. Fuel don't skyrocket. People are crying. And you say they criticize them. That's the only thing you can talk about. That's the only thing you can put in place to regulate social media so that we cannot talk about you people's evil deeds. We have bad roads. People they kidnap. Then they abduct people day in, day out. Boko Haram, they do their own insecurity in the country. And the only thing you can say is that you regulate social media. You are shameless, sir. You are shameless. And to the team that are putting out that if you criticize Tinubu, that they will 3 years later, you people are shameless, fam. People are shameless. Shameless. Well, the reason why I like the law is that the law counters the law. Yes, that's the good part. So if they criticize Tinubu, you give J term, and you talk say we did for a democracy system of government, and you say I get freedom of speech. Nigga, so far I'm not threatening Tinubu and I'm not inciting violence. You people cannot do nothing. You can't arrest anybody unless they start inciting violence and sending you like a direct threat to the president. Do you understand? That is when if it say okay, they'll go carry you. You understand? That's when they carry you. But any other thing you people are saying is garbage. And Mr. Man, Mr. Bajamiala, sometimes it's the respect that the youth respect to you people that is making people just do anyhow. To say all these youths wake up one day now and decide, say, okay, yes, and I don't do. That time, get mad, they talk. Now, I beg, all of now go, they beg. Nobody say, now, come, they use power, they talk, all this one, they talk. Nobody's happy. The military, their salary no day up. Police salary no day up. Everybody just suffer. Now they enjoy. They now come control social media where they give people joy. People will learn. You better be careful. Else you're going to learn. And people will learn the hard way. Don't play.
Spontaneous protests this past week in Kano and Minna in Niger State over the skyrocketing cost of living in Nigeria may have been put down with minimum of force as the police hierarchy presented it, but will likely continue to signpost a worrying milestone in the nation's journey to food sufficiency and sustainability. Some public commentators have called those protests a manifestation of the people's dissatisfaction with government's handling of the fallout of President Tinubu's decision to remove fuel subsidy on a whim. For the All Progressives Congress, which is the president's political party, however, that demonstration of public anger in the two northern cities was all state managed by the opposition in their bid to paint the Tinubu administration in a bad light. We're now being joined by Professor Usiju Medana, who incidentally is a former National Organizing Secretary of the APC part, for his thoughts on this matter, as well as the food worsening shortages, Naira devaluation, and state of the nation in general. It's good to have you on the morning show. All right, then, Professor.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, Professor, if we can just go straight into it. Now, we are seeing this protest, of course, in Minna, even in Lagos State. Well, what is interesting is the fact that there is this conversation about whether these protests are being state managed by opposition parties. Now, at this point in time, shouldn't the focus of the government under President Tinubu be to implement to alleviate the burden of high living costs and food shortages in the country, as opposed to blame gaming who is responsible for the protests to begin with?
Thank you for having me once again. I'm optimistic, and I think the government will do the needful. Let me just put it, I think we should provide solution. All hands should be on deck. Actually, I have seen protests in Europe by farmers, by some of this because of cost of living. What we should do is to come and look at ways out of our own problem within our own country. Some of the problem is listening meetings to listen to people, to listen to stakeholders, to listen to a lot of people, academia and what have you, so that we can have a solution. It's not just government alone. There are a lot of things. If you look at it, we have 8,809 wards in this country, and I think we should have what is called economic intelligence to know what is really happening there. From the little things I gathered in Minna, the protest was about people buy raw materials, that is maize and what have you, some of the companies that produce biscuits and what have you. And the people were looking at it, oh, they are taking the food all to their own side. And I think the protest started from that. So in this case, the government will look at those local production companies to sit down with them. The one who grow in the country, it will be for the consumption of the people. Then they will look elsewhere to bring raw materials, and they will have some waivers so that the price can come down. Look at now Dangote and those that produce sugar and those staple foods that we eat, actually to sit down with them to say, oh, now we can give you this, and so that the price can just go, we can have reduction in prices, a regulated price. Then the next thing, we have a lot of, let's say, issue of researches in our academic institutions. What do we do with them? Get them, do listening meetings, because if students are studying maybe economics, the lecturers are giving them researches on their projects, then what do we tap from there? So a lot of things, our hands should be on deck. It's not just, yes, constructive criticism is good, but we have to now come together because the country belongs to all of us. Whatever happened in the country happened to me and you and everyone in the country. So we should think deeply. We should think over 1 million times in a second to provide solutions. One of the solutions, you have seen it. I think last Wednesday, I wrote an article on the state of the nation, what do we do? And one of the solutions I made is for the diaspora remittance. Any diaspora remittance should be made to be in Naira. That is when you are now receiving the money should be in Naira. We have dollarized the economy. You see even school fees in the country. You see some people, some of the schools, they are collecting dollars. So all these things, we should regulate all these issues. And I think if things are done, all our hands are on deck, we'll be able to solve the problem, we'll surmount it. There is a lot of economic downtown in the world, but we know what is happening in our country, and this is what we'll focus our attention on, how to solve the problems.
All right, Prof, I appreciate, how you've set the tone for the conversation, giving advice to government. But how much of this do you think that the government is considering from what many Nigerians are hearing and their understanding of what cabinet members are saying is basically to say that the reforms are successful and that people should continue to endure. But you and I know, sir, that food inflation rose to 33.9% on a year-on-year basis as at last year, as at December, which was 10.18 percentage points higher compared to the previous December. It simply shows how things are tight and difficult, making many Nigerians to struggle. So when you give advice to government, how much of it do you think that the government can actually work on low-hanging fruits that can bring immediate succor to Nigerians? Otherwise, what happened in Niger and in Kano State will not be limited to 2 states of the Federation, because what they are feeling there, practically every part of Nigeria is feeling it. Do you think that this government, therefore, is listening enough and showing understanding that they are ready to correct the situation?
Government has responded by directing the Grey Reserve to be given, I think, to people to bring some cushion. But we have to go larger than that. What I suggested before, I said we should look at now sugar. If you look at the price of sugar, fasting is around the corner, and sugar is one of the components that is being used during the fasting period, and some commodities provisions. And most of them, they are made in Nigeria. So you sit down with these manufacturers to see how you can waive something so that the price can just be affordable. That is one of the solutions that I think. Secondly, you now think of bringing everyone on board. The governors are part of Economic Council. You sit down with them. How are we going to tackle issues in your place? Then the budget is just 1 month or 2 months old. And I think almost 9 trillion was made for capital, let's say developmental capital. What I call developmental capital, something that will affect or trickle down to the masses, is to now have the M&E instrument to work, to monitor the budget and evaluate it so that it can have effect. Then you block leakages, because that is what is happening. One will have a very good and robust budget. At the end of it, we may not likely implement that budget successfully. So budget implementation should be one of the priority that we should look at it. We should put elements of blocking leakages and monitoring those allocations very, very well so that the people can have something. Then if you go to the agri section, you see the irrigation. We should revive our irrigation farming so that we can have food security in the country. This is very, very serious. So sometimes if something happens, it will wake the government. When the government wakes up, is to do the needful. So now you have seen all hands are on deck. There are consultations. I think even yesterday, some stakeholders sat down, meet, and they discuss. They are going to see the president. I happen to be in one of the meetings that is listening meeting too. And after the meeting, I am a member of this party, and definitely we are going to see the president and say, look, this is this, we have to help him. Because as a member of a party, you don't have to hold an office. You have to now provide solution to the problems in the country. And I appreciate some of the criticism coming from opposition too. Look, this is what is happening, this is what is happening, and government is responding. So that is how government should run. So I think by God's grace, we are going to surmount this issue, and it is going to be things of the past.
Okay, so let me ask you this now. As the former National Organizing Secretary of the APC, how do you assess the chairman of the Nigeria Governors Forum, Governor Abdulrazak's assertion that food in Nigeria remains the most affordable in West Africa amidst rising concerns over the cost of living? The governor further mentioned that Nigeria's neighboring countries rely on Nigerian agricultural produce for trade. Now, how do you reckon that the Tinubu administration can leverage this dependence to bolster the nation's economy and ensure food security? Because it doesn't make sense that there are people relying on us for food when even within the nation there are people who are going hungry.
Actually, let me make one correction before I answer your question. I was the immediate director organization, not organizing secretary. Let me now respond to your question. Actually, comparatively, when you look at, let's just even take Niger, bottle of water is 500 naira. Well, it's not that in Nigeria, but that is not the case. Actually, when you respond, you think global and act locally. And I think the governor was trying to give those instances so that people can now think that, oh, there is a global kind of downturn, the economy worldwide is having problem. But the solutions, we have to provide solution to all our problems.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, my people. Thank you very much for your time with us today. Today is 11th February 2024. I appreciate you all, my people. Thank you very much for your time with us. We are not going to spend too much time here today. Just at least a max of 2 hours will be okay because of the football that is going to happen by 8 p.m. So what we're going to do when we end the show, we're going to come back after the football again. But there's a big but on that. If we win, yes. But if we not win, hi God, to come back, I don't know whether that energy good day. If we win the cup, I'll be coming back again by 10 p.m. I believe the game is going to finish by 10 p.m. Then I'll come out again, But if not, I don't know. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you, my people. I appreciate you all. Mother of all, Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy, for joining us. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you, Madam Luke. I can see you right there. Thanks for joining us today. I appreciate you. Miracle B, thanks for joining us as well. Apache No Fame, my dear sister, I can see you right there. CXL, Peter Ife, Sagbavo Konrai. Thank you very much. Good evening to every one of you. Appreciate you all. He's also said, thank you for joining us. All guy, I can see you right there. Victory all the way. Vitus of Kwebelem. Thank you, my people. Promise to do busy. Thank you, my people. Press on that like button. Help us to share. CXL and many others right there. Oreo Me Abdul. Thank you very much. Thank you. Love God is my strength. Samuel, thank you very much for joining us. Ovias Peters, Osagio DSA. Thank you. Stella Imasevedo, it's good to hear from you, madam. Thanks very much for joining us. Good evening to you. Thank you very much, Edward Eguavon, Mr. Johnson Emmanuel. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Then we have, again, let me quickly just acknowledge every one of you right there. Ejidima, thanks for joining us. Good evening to you. Good evening to every one of you. I appreciate you all, my people. Michael Ganemaro, good evening to you, sir. It's good to hear from you as well. Thank you very much, Wabo Felix, and many others right there. So I'm just going to post out a link now. If anybody want to join us, yeah, you can. Before I start taking on these articles, join us and let's talk about this together. As you all can see, the title that we brought out, even though we're going to present even more. Use your wealth to get Nigerians out of poverty. APC tells Peter Obi Atiku to help them use their money to remove the people from their from the current excruciating situation that is going on right now in Nigeria. Mama H.O. in the building. Mama H.O., good evening to you, Ma. It's good to hear from you. It's been a while. Thank you very much for joining us today. So, but meanwhile, I'm going to take on this quickly, the one we have there. Then we take on another one that we have for you guys. I appreciate every one of you, my wonderful people. Let me put this on screen quickly and take it from here. As you all can see right there, use your wealth to get Nigerians out of poverty. APC tells Tinubu and Atiku. So let's take it from here. The Confederation of All Progressive Congress APC support group says President Bola Tinubu means well for the country and should be supported by all means by all Nigerians to achieve his desired goals, while asking the opposition leaders to use their wealth to its director and all that. Okay, they stopped that one right there. Let me look for the full there are so many distractions on this thing. Things will just be flying out from nowhere. Okay, unquote. The president means well and is well equipped with the attributes of fighting the symmetric. Why are they repeating words twice? Symmetric and symmetric welfare of the masses of the country. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have the vision, strategic thinking, and clear, coherent plan built on evidence and realism to bring about substantial leap in the quality of life of all Nigerians. He said, according to the Director General, the president must be left alone, must be left alone to face the challenges of Nigeria. That's why we write this article. The president must be left alone or must not be left alone. I don't understand what it. Now, Vanguard, they write all these things, so they make me. He said the president must be left alone to face the challenges of Nigerians. He said that the president must not be left alone. I mean, the thing that confused me, this article, I'm going to stop it right there. As you all can see right on the screen, is maybe the person, the time way that, okay, for example, now see this one now. How can you start a paragraph and end it with wet to? There's no paragraph that's supposed to end with wet to. So they ended that there. I thought it was a mistake. So maybe the person drink or Google before you write this one. But I'm going to stop that right there straight away because I don't like distraction. You know, thank you very much already, Madam Luke, for joining us right now. Guys, help us to press on that like button. Let me bring another one to your screen quickly so that we can take it from here. I appreciate you all. Bear with us. I just hope, fingers crossed, we win this election. Sorry, the football today. You know, that would be so nice. Trust me, because a lot of people are actually waiting for this final football. Fingers crossed. Yes, we will triumph. Okay, let me put this here. Mr. Peter Obi have responded to the death of Wigwe, you know, the CEO of Access Bank, which is a pathetic one. You know, he died with his wife and his son, you know, but the beautiful thing about it is that they said he have another daughter from another woman, you know, that I think the daughter is currently studying as well in America, you know, so I think that one can carry the father's name from there, because I thought the whole family wiped out. So yeah, it's very sad, you know. But let's take what Mr. Peter Obi have to say about this. Peter Obi mourns Access Bank's chief Herbert Wigwe. Let me quickly take it. Mr. Peter Obi, the 2023 presidential candidate of Labour Party, has expressed sadness over the loss of Access Holdings chief executive officer Herbert Wigwe in an air mishap on Saturday. So let's go there quickly. Mr. Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State, made this known in a series of tweets on his official X handle on Sunday. Mr. Wigwe, alongside his Anambra State-born wife and their son, died in an air crash on Saturday in California, USA. Then, most of Mr. Peter Obi have talked here. Mr. Obi said he was distressed to hear the news as Mr. Wigwe had been a close ally of his 4 years. Peter Obi, I want to talk so. I'm deeply saddened by the tragic news of the passing of my dear friend Herbert Wigwe, CEO of Access Holding, along with his wife and son, and another close friend, Abimbola Ogunbajo, former group chairman of NGX Group. This loss is profoundly felt across the nation. I first met Mr. Herbert during his early days on the brinks of starting his marital journey. I vividly remember assisting him in preparing for his traditional wedding and being there for the ceremony with his wife, Mrs. Shizoba from Ashina, Anambra. Since then, I have maintained a connection to his endeavors in my modest ways. Herbert, a determined and forward-thinking individual, led Access Bank to new heights. His noteworthy contribution extended beyond the professional realm, with commendable philanthropic effort in health and education. This was exemplified by the establishment of Wigwe University, showcasing his deep commitment to education as a driver of development, he said. Mr. Obi said the loss of such exceptional individual reminded mankind of the fleeting nature of life and encouraged them to live with a purpose that contributed to the betterment of humanity. The former governor said his heartfelt thoughts and prayers were with Mr. Herbert, his beloved wife and his son, and all those who lost their lives in the tragic plane crash. He prays that God should grant them eternal rest and provide strength to Mr. Herbert, families, Access Holdings, and all of the monies, the irreplaceable loss. The presidential candidate of the Labour Party prayed to God to grant the deceased family members a peaceful repose. So now Mr. Peter Obi, now he talked that one. So although I retweeted that this morning, I actually followed him up when he was tweeting that. So I retweeted it on our official X page on X. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you right there. This is a very tragic one because this matter, it touched me not be small. You know, we talked about it yesterday. In fact, this is what everybody is still talking about right now as we speak. Because it's pathetic, it's hard to believe. But different rumor kind of go now, different news. We saw article today now saying that somebody actually wrote on Facebook, 2013, that his death was planned. To be honest, that he was actually assassinated and all that. But I'm not going to bring that article here. The reason why is because the sanctity of the article, I cannot verify it. So I just thought, okay, let's leave it on social media, but I don't want to bring it here. But nevertheless, I'll just leave everything like that. Let's just quickly talk and we'll take it from here. I only have one person with me on the panel. Where are the other people? Let's talk. Where are you guys? I know you guys are preparing for football. Come on, let's talk for the next 2 hours and take it from there. I know a lot of it. Trust me, if you see, they say all the bars for all the lounges in the whole Nigeria right now. Let me say across Nigeria. I can't say the whole Nigeria. All is already occupied since 4 p.m. Since match where they want to play for 8 p.m., which is 9 p.m. for Nigeria. Say most of the lounges already occupied since 4 p.m. No share to sit down. Everywhere is blocked, roads blocked. Hi, now big man should go bio. But meanwhile, I appreciate every one of you that just joined us right there. Thank you very much, Peggy Modi. Thank you very much, Love God is my strength. Jedima, Ben Osahon, Peter Inegbe, and many others right there. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you all. Please press on that like button, help us to share. Let me call on Madam Luke. Madam Luke, it's good to have you on the show today. Thank you very much, Madam. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Hey, good afternoon from over here. How you doing, Mr. Elvis?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm waiting for this match. To be honest, I'm a bit nervous though.
I know. We are nervous here because we got 2 matches today. Is Super Bowl 2, so Super Bowl is right before the AFCON. So we have double panic attack here, over here today.
But is that not the same Super Bowl that killed?
Yeah.
the access. Oh wow.
Correct.
Wow.
So that one is another big one because
Jesus.
it's Kansas Chiefs and 49ers, San Francisco. So that's why he was going to Chicago. So that's why he was. I mean, I don't know. I'm going to wherever. He was in California. But anyway, hello, Mommy Diaspora, my Niger Watch family, commentators, viewers, our very skeletal panelists group, viewers at large. It's good to have you all here today. It's going to be a very exciting day, despite the fact that we keep thinking about Mr. Wigwe and his family, and they had 2 pilots in there, and there was another Nigerian in there plus their son. There was a total of 6 people in that helicopter. 4 Nigerians and 2 Americans.
Wow.
Yes.
And I was told that his PA supposed to follow them, but he decided to drive through the road.
Hey.
You know, that's why he survived.
Hey, my God.
You know, on the last seconds, he took that decision that, you know, okay, he's gonna drive with his friends, you know, to the state and all that.
Probably because there was no space.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Because you know they have to carry stuff with them, they have to carry luggage, they have to carry stuff. You know, the same thing happened to Aliyah and Kobe Bryant. Those
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I was looking at the university he was building, and I was like, even me, I know we'll collect $1 for that university. Now pounds. You have, if you want to come to that university, you must pay pounds. You must pay pounds. Man, look at the layout of that university.
You know, did you listen to his speech on that university thing and all that?
Yes, I did.
I was just shaking while I was listening to him. You know, I was like, oh my God, this man, what happened? How somebody, let's quickly just listen to this.
Please.
Again. This thing, man, it's just thing is really hard to take.
And this was supposed to be in the heart of South.
My brothers here. I just want to thank all of you. My brothers here. I want to thank all of you, starting with our chairman, Ishi, for what you people are doing here in Isoko. For everybody waiting here. This now on a project. We're going to go protect them with anything we want to get. No university will go there like this. No be for Nigeria, for Africa. On my life, on my children, nothing to compare to this university. All of our children, Yeah. Now this school they will go. We go already by next week. The remaining buildings will start. 2,000 people go to work for here. Amen. We don't want security problem. No way. No security problem. No security. All of us get up. Anybody want to spoil them? You finish up. Yes.
This is so hard to take, though. Trust me. But may their souls rest in peace, man. Go ahead, Madam Luke.
In fact, for that legacy alone, I hope somebody carries it on. But you see, something that is your own, like your own child, nobody will train it like you.
Exactly.
But as it has happened, I have resolved it. I have accepted it. Whatever misunderstanding or understanding the good Lord is trying to impart to me, I have said to, let it be ministered unto me and give me peace. And that is what I prayed for the rest of Nigerians who mean well for this also. Okay. As we don't talk that one now, see, life must go on, Abi. This your TikTok woman. I don't know who she is. So. I just started singing.
You mean the woman that was sending message to Tinubu?
Yes. I just started singing. Only you can do what Tinubu cannot do, Mr. Obi. Only you can. Just a laugh. He said, the woman said, he came and said that there was nothing he could do. That there's nothing he could do. So you mean for 8 years, you're going to sit down there and you're going to do nothing? You campaigned. Now statistics we go, cha. Nah. This man was talking, I beat Lagos. I mean, when you are a certificate forger, you are a drug baron. Nobody knows how you yahooed your life for the first 30 years. What did anybody think that this will come out of this man? Is what I keep saying. But that lady talked though, and I'm happy she was a Yoruba woman. And I have noticed that you see the greatest lamentations come from the northern and the southwest part of Nigeria. The easterners and the south, they just sit down, they watch their football. I'm not saying they don't protest though, but these ones that say they're going to open their this, that they're going to open their that, they're going to open, you notice the places where they come from. Because when we were crying and preaching that this is not going to be based on tribal sentiments and it's not going to be based on religious sentiments, it entered one ear and came out with the other ear. Our local, we will teach the Igbos a lesson. We will do this. We will do that. It is not about Obi. It was about competency. It was about character. It was about capacity. But look at where we are today. I'm happy it is coming from them. And then the very dark man now showed up too. That one had a gripe with Femi Gbaja. Imagine Femi Gbaja. We grew up here in Atlanta together. We were neighbors here during the time he was practicing his stuff. So we know him very, very well. Even the wife had the nerve to come and tell us that social media should be regulated. This is not the first time he's saying it, but the very dark man brought it up again. And the very dark man made him understand that this social media is what is distracting the psychiatric issues of the youth. And that the moment that is taken away, anything they see, they should take it. And as for trying to jail anybody what did they say? They were going to try to jail anybody for 3 years for criticizing. Is it criticizing? I mean, please explain to me. Is it criticizing Tinubu or criticizing the government? Which was which? Or all of the above?
Tinubu, not government. Directly Tinubu. If you criticize Tinubu, I don't know if they have passed it though. You could face up to 3 years
No, that's how that's how they start. They will start by testing the waters to see how people feel about it.
Exactly.
So we started by a rumor and push it out somewhere just to get a feel for which law court did they go to get this mandate? I mean, get this injunction. So are we running a democracy? Or are we running an autocracy? Or is it a monarchy? Which one? Or despotic? What kind of government are we running here? So how many prisons is he gonna build to throw anybody? Anyway, like I said, he can only try that nonsense with people who live in Nigeria. He can only try that nonsense with people who live in Nigeria. And that is why the media is already gagged. The social media, by the time you post something and we talk now, they will tell, oh, please don't say that. Oh, please don't say this. Please. Meanwhile, you can imagine if it was someone like Biden. That Biden has been collecting woto. Left, right, and center here. In fact, that one, he will need special psychiatric sedation medicine for him not to come to social media. Is it Trump? Unfortunately, Trump has alligator skin. And that one, the juju will follow him. He then cook that one well. So as you're talking, before you talk one, he has talked 10. No, not one day did anybody come here to say they're going to gag the press or they're going to haul anybody in jail for criticizing the government. Look at what the Facebook man is going through in front of the Senate. all about transparency and freedom of speech. If you feel that you have been libeled against, then you go to court and sue for libel. It's a legal process. You don't just grab people and start throwing in jail. But like I said, it shows how you got there. First of all, you have nothing to offer. When you are criticized, now you want to jail people. Can you imagine that? Now, we're coming to the Arise TV. They had a lot of stuff to present. Mina and Niger protesting. And they're telling us that the opposition staged the protests. Now, we've gone through this before. Are the opposition staging protests in their own states? So who is the opposition in Niger and Mina State? Was it not the same people that voted or gave Tinubu their mandate, either by the back door or the front door? So I don't understand. Now, I need to draw your attention to this and pay attention very carefully. You see this grain thing they are doing? It's because that is how the North survives, with grain. That has nothing to do with the South. It's a strictly Northern agenda. Whatever comes to the South is not their problem. They're talking about sugar, because he mentioned something and I now know that that's what they were talking about. He said these are all the things they use during fasting period. I paid attention. These are the things that they use commonly during fasting period. I was like, oh, very good. Finally, it has touched them where it hurts the most. Now, this is not a Nigerian agenda. It is a Northern agenda. How they will survive during fasting period. So you see, my question now, he says that now it's a matter of we have to come together. Now, one thing that affects one part of the North, affects the whole of the country. It is now we. You know, I remember that story of the tortoise. My name is Mr. All of You. Now, it is not all of us. We now have to work and find solutions to know how we can get away from this mess. Meanwhile, when you were campaigning and making mouth, I built Lagos, I built this, Exxon, this one, Deloitte. Now, put your mouth, walk the walk. As you are talking the talk, you cannot do it. So my question to you is that he's saying that we're going to regulate this and regulate that and regulate this. We have to come together and see how we... So my question to you guys, how do we regulate the free market? How do you regulate a free market? Forgetting that what is leading to all this is the premature removal of the oil subsidy, which I agree, Jonathan and Obi, even Atiku have all agreed they were going to do, but it was going to be at a systematic process, not like a sledgehammer process. Forgetting that what got us to this mess is the unhealthy removal of the fuel subsidy and also the free floating of the naira, which came about because the same APC had looted the treasury and were sustaining Nigeria without Nigerians even knowing by loans. So by the time Buhari APC handed the baton to Tinubu APC, Tinubu was left in a ditch. Now, what did he do? Rather than look at, okay, this is what I have been left with a rotten lemon. So how do I make sour lemonade out of this lemonade so that my people will at least have something to drink? This man went on a spending spree, buying yachts, buying SUVs. By the time he paid the judiciary, we are talking trillions. We are talking trillions. He now settled his innate desire to buy oil wells and settle. There was nothing left. And the Nigeria continued to sink and sink and sink and sink. So, you see, we do not see any way out anytime soon. He has come out with his mouth and he has nothing to offer. And now we all have to come together. And while he's doing that, if you criticize him, you will go to jail for 3 years. Yet we are all in this together. So let me see how this is going to work. And finally, Obi has
It's just
come.
like beating somebody and asking the same person not to cry.
At least if they ask you not to cry, that's even good. This one, they tied your mouth. If they even ask you nicely, don't cry, okay? I'm beating you, but don't cry. That's fine. But this one, they now shoved wool inside your mouth and tied it.
I pity for people within Nigeria.
I'm telling you, if my leg if my leg entered there again, it will be a long time. Because as I am here,
not even in this Tinubu regime.
No.
Never.
And even after the Tinubu regime, I will see how the country is even floating. By then, I go down enter grave myself. So, because the way people are dropping like flies and not waking up. The way
you will live long for us in Jesus' name. All
Amen. Of us. What I'm trying to tell you, you don't understand the amount of depression people have outside Nigeria. Do you know when Obi was gingering up? You know, I don't plan how I go sell my house, how I go sell this one, how I go sell that one, how I go. If you see the plans I had.
Exactly. Not just you. There was this particular woman that told me in America that at least after 39 years in abroad, she's planning already now to move back home. At least. Because everybody was very hopeful. But now, nobody is planning to go home now. Are you there? Oh, Madam Luke, we lost you there. We can't hear you anymore.
I can hear you, Mr. Elvis. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I believe it's Madam Luke. Yeah, Madam Luke, we lost you, unfortunately. Please sort it out.
Sorry, I lost my connection. I just got back.
Okay, you are back now. Okay, go ahead, talk to us.
Yes, like you were saying, the woman, you continue. You said there was a woman that did the same thing.
Yeah, I said that during the time of the election, it was very obvious that Peter Obi will certainly be the next president of Nigeria. So there was this woman that called into this show that said that she's been in America for the past 39 years. At least she's going to start packing her load now to move back home finally. I wonder, the state of that particular woman right now.
Thank you. Then you can imagine when all this was going on, then we had to go through the trauma of the judiciary for months with the hope. Then you can imagine the people like the depression, and to make matters worse, the insult from the Agbadorians and the true opposition. How they rubbed it in, how they would drink our tears. They would drink our tears for 8 years. Look. You know how many people went into a state of depression? I was one of those people because I was already planning how to. In fact, I was already trying how to even make Shakara my boss. I was trying to do that. If you do anyhow, you will see anyhow. That was my attitude. I was ready to walk away. At least I don't receive all the pension. I don't get all the social security. It was just to be going and coming. Because I had hope that if I go there, there will be system put in place that at least will guard your safety and your investments. For where
the hope has been dashed.
Not only dashed, spiritually, materially, physically, mentally, everything rendered me. That when I went to work, I had to crawl back, and it was like a tail. You know when you're in a place where you don't want to be, forcing me to go back to my slavery. My voluntary slavery. But anyway, the struggle continues. So coming back lastly, because I still say she done the fool. Wigwe, Obi gave a tribute to Wigwe, which I appreciate. I can understand this. And even though he's from Rivers State, he's a Nigerian first, and he was a Nigerian that meant well for Nigeria. Those are people that say, he was part of Tinubu, he was this one. But you know what? Every man will be judged on his own merit. And I'm judging him on his own merit. From what I have seen, even if not that university alone, I beg, in our own South, something that we can say, yes, let other people come there and pay pounds to go to. People would have come from all over Africa to go to that university. That place would have opened up. But what do I know? I yield. Go Eagles.
Thank you.
We're praying for you. Make us proud. Do this one for Wigwe, please. Do this one for Wigwe, if anybody else. And did you hear? Your president decided not to go.
All right. Even Mr. Peter Obi have to cancel his trip to
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know?
So just let's pray for the Eagles to bring this one home for Wigwe. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, madam. And God bless you. You know, for those that are already criticizing the late Wigwe, that was part of Tinubu and all that, come on, you know, please, we cannot just categorize everybody to be evil. You know, for me, although I don't know anything about the man apart from being the owner of Access Bank and all that, but if you know you have fact about him, please present it. Don't just start, you know, scandalizing somebody, destroying somebody just because you don't like Tinubu. I don't succumb to that. Thank you very much, Madam Luke, for that wonderful submission and for bringing that up. I appreciate every one of you, my wonderful people. You know, before I come to the next one, let me pick this call. Thank you very much, Mr. Shimizi. Thanks for calling in, sir. Good evening to you. Please talk to us.
Yes, Naija Watch.
Yes, sir. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us. Go ahead.
Yeah. Good evening, Naija Watch. Good evening, everybody. Yeah. Are you happy today?
How? Happy for what?
Yeah, Arsenal.
About Arsenal. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't even say it.
No, now, you know, we are talking about this man that died, so he just cover everything, to be honest.
I know.
So, yes, of course, it was a wonderful win, you know. 6-0 is a wonderful win. But, you know, the news of this man have overshadowed everything.
I know. It's you know, this issue of sometimes when they say somebody died, you know, like some people that would die like this, I say, God, can you bring these people? Can you bring this person back? Is there any how I can do it? But when they say that somebody dropped dead or something happened, that's it. But oh my God, it's very painful for the family and the whole Nigeria. You know, look at his plan. Look at what he have for people. They have good minds, but sure those devilish people out there in Nigeria, you know, trying to even collect from your pocket and join their own billions. They can do it. They're they're doing it. So it's very painful for the death of Wigwe. It's so heartbreaking, man. But may God still give the family the great heart to bear a great loss. So let me tell you, Agado, the bala blue. Subsidy is gone. You know, it's Agbero. It's Agbero way. Tinubu is Agbero. Yeah, it's Agbero because he trained Agbero in Lagos. Who bring Oda, each bus stop. Oda. It's him that brought those people out. So what do you expect on that first day of swearing in? Subsidy, like Agbero, subsidy is gone. They don't even care about people. But sometimes I ask myself a question. Now, you see something, the way things is going bad in Nigeria. Are you telling me when you make a decision, can't you go back and redo the thing? Can't you go back and say, oh, people are suffering. Let me bring back subsidy on some certain area. Then at least people can breathe the way he said, let the poor breathe. Is it poor breathing now? Are they breathing? The poor is dying. Hunger is killing people. You say, let the poor breathe. Are they breathing? So for me, Tinubu need to revisit that subsidy is gone. For me, you can't say people are hungry. You keep adamant. You just have deaf ear that you are not hearing. You're hearing. You want other people to bring their billions to bring to bring to the public so that the hungry will go. What the government is doing, they are saying about other the opposition or Atiku or Obi should go and bring their money. They will be doing the little one they can do, but you are the government. The same hand. What's the difference between Buhari and this Bala Blue? There's no difference. That's APC. That's the same government. Are we expecting them to do a magic? No, it's the same thing. They will keep looting. They will keep looting the money. Putting people. Instead of bringing people from poverty, you put them, that is 1 million, that is 100 times poverty again.
Okay, round up, sir.
Very soon, things, very soon now we're going to do Easter. Then they're going to do, I think, Ilaya or breaking of fast. Is it what time they kill them? That time, and I will see whether how many of them are going to buy those ram to kill or to have their feast they normally do. So Nigeria, things are getting worse and worse. People need to get up and do the needful.
Okay,
and
sir.
do what they're supposed to do and
Thank
say,
you.
hey, enough for this. We
Thank
are
you.
hungry. Thank you, Niger Watch. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Let's move on quickly. Let me call on Mr. Jonathan. Mr. Jonathan, thanks very much for joining us, sir. Please talk to us. 8 minutes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis.
Yes,
I will take the 8 minutes.
Thank you.
Like that. Thank you. And greetings to everyone, Madam Luke, Mr. Omoshola, and all those on the comment section. I greet every one of you. First of all, I want to, express my, condolences to the Wigwe family. That is the CEO of the Access Holding. Again, it's very, very unfortunate at this point in time. It's so unfortunate that that's a real gem. I watched the video issue. I remember when he launched the university, the video that was so emotional, the way he was presenting it, because he gave it to the community. He gave that university to them, that it is yours, and how you handle it. If something is yours, you will take good care of it. That's the mind that he has. That's his mindset. It was very clear that I'm handling this institution to you people, and you will defend it, you will protect it, because we all own it together. It's not mine, it's yours. What a selfless act. But so I pray that God will give the family the fortitude to bear this monumental loss. It's so unfortunate. But I'll go on the video of the lady that you presented, the Yoruba lady. I don't know whether it's on one of the social media platforms. She was talking, she said something very profound, and she said, Mr. Tinubu said, nothing could be done right now, so people just have to take it. I think, just paraphrasing a statement, that's so sad that we have a president who has given up. Simply means that he has given up. That's an indictive statement on his own. I know he said that statement. It was very, he said it, In fact, that statement, to Mr. Tinubu has been attributed to him not once, not twice. I think at least 3 times. The records are there. He had said so. That, there's nothing, nothing could be done now. People should just move on, with their lives. As far as he's concerned, he's doing his best, and people should just face it. What a statement! What an indictive statement coming from, the man who occupies the highest seat of the land, and that is where we find ourselves in Nigeria today. And of everything that is going on in Nigeria, the only thing they could say is they want to shut down social media. What a clueless government. What a clueless set of people. And the lie they are still perpetrating is, again, I still hear it every day. I hear it on the social media. I hear it on the national, TV across Nigeria. I hear people still perpetrating it. What is wrong with Nigerians, for crying out loud? Mr. Tinubu says subsidy is gone, but subsidy is still there. What is wrong with you people? The CBN, what is wrong with Nigerians? What are they taking us for? It's still sickening that they will still be perpetrating this every day. Subsidy is gone. Which subsidy is gone? Subsidy is there, intact. And they are still saying it all over the place, perpetrating it all over the place. I was listening to the CBN governor. Please go back and listen to him again. For once, he did not mention that subsidy is gone. Because if there is anybody at least that know, he knows that subsidy is still there. And if he tries it, if he wants to go on that line, he knows that he will be taken on. Questions will come. So he just leave, let the sleeping dog lie. The CBN governor never mentioned it once that subsidy is gone. Because they know. Go and ask the CBN governor. Let him say subsidy is gone. The questions that will follow. So it is better just leave it. Let them be using propaganda. Let their surrogates. That's their job. Let them be pushing that. What are you kidding me? If subsidy is gone, Tinubu is there now. At least they would have saved close to 2 trillion naira. So where is the 2 trillion naira if the subsidy is actually gone? Now ask the questions. Where is the 2 trillion naira? Where have you actually, put the 2 trillion naira? Is it on education? Is it on transportation? Is it on Medicare? Is it on even food? Is it on even the naira to support? Where is the 2 trillion naira by now? Because I'm counting. And I know people who have brains too, they are counting. Where is the 2 trillion naira? Close to it now, from June to date. If you actually save, if you have removed subsidy, the expectation is that the money you are using for subsidy, you will now use it for other developmental purposes. So where is it? Nobody is asking. And they'll say subsidy is gone. All the economists will also come and say subsidy is gone. They are part of the charade. To come and perpetrate it so that because people are fools, they will just take it. Subsidy is gone. Subsidy is gone. What? The crime that they are perpetrating now is even worse before Buhari, before the end of Buhari's before May 29. It's even worse because they are claiming subsidy is gone. They are eating the money and they are still paying these people. They are still paying them. These cronies, all these their allies, they are still paying them this subsidy money. I don't get a clue. And Nigeria thinks that petrol is going to be 700. If they talk of parallel market, I think it was Madam Luke now has a very good question. She said free market. How do they regulate free market? Well, there is nothing like free market, so to say, fully. Even the West, they don't have free market. They regulate it through self-regulations. They use, industry regulate, everybody regulate themselves. There is nothing like free market. In fact, the government regulate if there is excesses. If they see excesses for the good of the public, the government will come in. Okay, you mentioned Zuckerberg, Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook. What are they doing now if there is free market? Why did they call him in? If there is excesses, they will come in straight away. So there is nothing like free market. They will just leave everybody. It's just a free party. Let the banks just be doing whatever they like. Let Bureau de Change just be doing what they like. Let importers just be doing what they like. No, there's in essence, in the final analysis, there is nothing like true free market. There is self-regulation. There is also government regulations, and government regulation is so important because once there is any excesses, they come in, and they always have their reason. They will say they are coming in for public good, for the good of the public. That's why they are coming in, and they will rein in. They will rein in with policies. They will rein in with their armors. They will armor everybody away if they see that maybe you are making excessive profit, or you are gouging the people, or you are taking advantage of the people. Held to free market, they will come in. So Nigeria is not even there. Free market in Nigeria. They can't even dare. Nigeria is not even close. Everything government has a hand, a deep one inside everything. And this idea of subsidy, they should just stop it. And that's why I always say, I've said it, I will continue to say it, until they come clean on that, the country is going nowhere, the economy is going nowhere. They can do all they like, throw the palliative all over the place, do whatever they want to do. That is because Nigeria is a mono economy. That is where the money is coming from. And you are lying on it. And you are not coming clean. On that singular item, you are lying. That you can't come clean on that. And why you will ask yourself, even today, the game that is about to be played now, you just reported that all the bars and lounges, they are all filled up today. Because Nigeria is a falsified state. And Nigerians are living a falsified life. It's abnormal. It is abnormal. It's not a normal country. Tell me how somebody in Nigeria will be earning 30,000 naira and by now they are not on the streets because it's a falsified system. It is only in Nigeria that you will see somebody working in a private sector, working in the bank, and he will leave the job and go and get a public service job where they will be paying him 70,000 naira. He will leave a job of 300,000 naira, 400,000 naira to go and get one level 10 job, level 12 job in the public service for 65,000 naira. Why? Because it's not 70,000 naira that is earning. He earns millions under the table. That's the abnormality that is there. That is why they are not coming out. That is why you see them every weekend. It is not 30,000 naira. It is 50,000 naira. You dare not go to bar every weekend. Even in Nigeria of today, with your 100,000 and you have a wife and children at home, you dare not go to bar. But you will see them there. It is a falsified system, a falsified economy. And that is what the politicians, that's what they are milking. That's what they are thriving upon. Until that is rectified, nothing is going to happen. People will not come out because everybody knows that they are getting something. But it's eating them hard now. Because the people that are coming in to pay the bribe, they don't even have enough. The money they are getting under the table is not even enough. That's why you are hearing all this cry and cry all over the place. People will not protest in Nigeria because everybody is living a falsified, abnormal life. A police officer will say he's earning 30,000 naira and he will not quit the job. He will not protest. He will still be earning it. Wow. Why? Because he's getting something somewhere. I've never seen a country like that. Somebody will quit a job in the private sector, a bank job, because they offer him a job at the Ministry of Finance or they offer him a job at the Ministry of Budget and Planning, where his basic salary plus bonuses and allowances, everything added up together, 81,000 naira. And he will leave a job of 300,000, 400,000 naira. Does that add up? Does that make sense? And it cut across board in Nigeria. That is just how they are living. I don't understand how somebody will still stay. Why the customs are not protesting, the police are not protesting. Even leave the public, the civilians alone. They are all there. That is the problem that we have in that country. So they can say all they like, but we know they are eating their breakfast now, and it has just started.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Jonathan. Thank you for your submission. Hello, sir. Good evening to you, sir. Thanks for calling.
I just want to thank my mother, my sister, who gave me 20,000.
Yeah.
May God bless him and may God bless his family. I really appreciate her. Thank you, and God bless you, ma. Thank you, ma.
Okay, all right. What about if I tell you now that there's another surprise for you?
Wow.
Yeah, somebody here sent me 40,000 naira to give to you.
Wonderful.
Yes, Nigeria Watch family, I don't reveal them, but they are listening to you anyway. So the reason why I don't like talking about this privately, because it involves money. So I choose to talk about it on live. So immediately we finish this broadcast, you will receive the 40,000 as I sent you the 20,000 earlier on, okay?
Please, will you let me have? I'll just thank them. Can they?
No, the lady don't want her number to be exposed. Although I screenshotted your message to her, she's listening, but she don't want her number to be exposed. They are listening to you.
Woman, you do a great person, the woman that I never know, the person that I never know, I've never asked him anything. The woman has to, oh God, that woman is a wonderful woman. I don't know what to say, but well, that is life. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. No problem, sir.
God bless,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Go ahead. Talk to us.
Hello?
You want us to?
Me?
Yes. You want me to come back to you?
They were saying Obi should help Nigeria, should give Nigeria. See, let me tell you, since after election, Obi has been gone round Nigeria spending his money. Is any money, hard money? He has gone around and spending it. He has gone to north, he has gone to south, he has gone to east, helping them, everybody. What are they saying? They are not ashamed of what they are saying. APC, they are not ashamed. You are holding a government on the money of Nigeria, and you people are stealing it, and they are telling someone to use his hard money and to go and help people. He has been doing it for a long time. Obi has been doing that for a long time. He's only God knows the kind of money he used to spend a day. He has been helping Nigerians all around. They should go and bury their head with shame. Thank you, Mr. Najawat.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Callers, please hold on. Let's move on to Amashola. Thanks for joining us, sir. Please talk to us. You have 8 minutes. Good evening to you.
Yeah, to our Niger Watch family, I want to congratulate you ahead of the victory of today's match. And I would say, Tinubu, it's obvious that you don't know what to do and you just refuse to step down. A confused human being that has taken an appointment and does not know what to do is shifting blames left and right. How on earth will a human being, because they say people will not abuse you again, who have tried not to abuse you, how on earth a human being contest election, you went around telling them you want to contest a presidential election and then you change Nigeria? You did not win the ticket, which you know. You did what you know best, stealing. You have stolen the election. You are now in Aso Rock. You are telling someone that contested with you to go and use his money to be taking care of Nigeria. So your own money is for what? Your own personal money, because you say you use your own personal money to take care of Nigeria. So your own personal money is meant for you alone, because they didn't contest the same election with you. There's nothing as bad as when people are just in government and they just open their mouth to say rubbish. But I mean, like you say you want to ban, they want them to ban social media. In the name of God, and I believe you are watching, I'm encouraging you, please ban it. I want us to ban social media. Please, if you are hearing me, ban it. Ban social media and get ready. I won't see what will happen. Just please ban it. It is this same platform I've been saying Nigerians are not serious. They are doing social media, talking rubbish. Just ban it. Ban it. The social media that will be helping you people since you say you want to ban it. Please, I am on my knees. Please ban social media. Just ban it. We don't need it. Ban it totally. And then you now know that the news that you say they've not been hearing, there will be other means of getting those news. Maybe that time their eye will open. They won't wait for labor union to tell them to go on strike. Labor union is saying giving them 14 days ultimatum. You don't need 14 days ultimatum. I mean, I'm are giving. People are suffering. Anywho, you're not paying them salary. I watched analysis. Was it not yesterday? I don't know if it was Nigerian. You are owing people salary, and they're still going to work. From how did they get money to go to work? Also, of what use is somebody going to work is not being paid? The small money you're using eating, you're using to transport yourself to work, that at the end of the day you will not get paid. I only hear Nigerians that still have the mind to go to their workplace when you're not being paid. It's a pity. The funny thing now is you don't know what to do. People are suffering. The patience is getting out of hand, and it will get to a point your Nigerian police and Nigerian army will not, I repeat, will not be able to handle them. An hungry man is an angry one. The hunger is so high. When I watched the video yesterday, I couldn't join the platform yesterday and watch the repeat video. The height of it is the suffering. I can't even imagine it. Each time I put myself in their shoes, being in a Nigerian, and I go to the market every day to buy something, and I can't buy. Not talk about doing my own business. I can't imagine doing my business in Nigeria where there's no light, and my work is all about energy. I need light 24/7. How do you expect a young man to survive in a country where there's no light, steady light, and you are not doing anything? You've been in government for more than 7 months now, and you have not said anything about power. There's no signal answer towards power. You keep it quiet. We are just watching. It's very painful. The height of it now is that if tomorrow you see protest, I will beg the Nigerian police, behave yourself and keep your weapons that you have in your office. You don't need it. You do not need it. Because if they come out and start protesting, the best thing is just make sure that there's orderliness. That's the only thing you need to do. Because if you try use violence, Nigerians, according to, let me do it in broken, they go change that for now. They go change that for now because even market women are angry. Those selling can't even do their business again. Businesses are dying. Companies have gone. Local businesses are still trying to survive. They are dying every day by day, closing shops because they can't afford diesel, they can't afford petrol. My advice, I'll still say it again, my advice again, but Abi Amila, please ban social media. Just ban it. Ban it. That's all I have to say, Nigeria Watch. Just ban social media. I want you to ban it. Nigeria Watch, I step aside at this point.
All right, thank you. Thank you, God, mashallah. God bless you, sir. Thank you. Oga CM, thank you very much, sir, for joining us. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us. Oga CM, not to hear you, not to hear you. This Oga CM, this thing does start again. Fortunately, we can't hear anything from you. So let's have our final submission before you sort that out, because we really need to wait for this match. Let me go back to Mother Luke again. Mother Luke, please, 5 minutes final submission. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Niger Watch. I just posted the link from the Gazette. So Tinubu begs Nigerian army to shun coup d'etat plot. The guilty are afraid.
I saw that.
Yes, the guilty are afraid. He has to be extremely insensitive to not feel the unease, to not feel the pulse of Nigerians right now. And I like what is going on. When people say, why is everybody not going on the streets? Why this? I think it is good for the pulse to start from the north and the southwest, and that is where it's starting from. When they are serious, I believe the east and the southerners will join, because we were the one carrying the pulse during the elections, and they were sitting back and doing this government will favor my family. Unfortunately, it is not favoring anybody's family. Eyes are red. I don't know. There was one video clip of one man that was really crying when he went to market to buy something, and I think he was shot by 200 naira, and they wouldn't sell to him, and he cried and left the market. I mean, there are all kinds of scenarios that are playing out, and the other one showed how people were throwing tubers of yams out of a truck at a crowd. What if that tuber hits you on your head that you've not eaten for 1 month, and you become a vegetable for life because of one tuber of yam? Even if you want to hand palliative to people, is there no less barbaric way to do these things? Must you throw them out of a truck to people like you're feeding alligators in a swamp? There's just everything wrong with our society. Just everything is wrong. There is no thinness. There is no humanity in anything that we do. Everything is seen as power, lorded over the less privileged and those who will sell their birthright for a tuber of yam. You know, poverty has eroded the last dignity of the Nigerian man. It played out during the elections and it's playing out after the elections. Poverty has caged the mind of the Nigerian, the average Nigerian. You know, it gets to a point that you say, you know what, I'd rather die than just, but it's not, there's nothing like that in the Nigerian dictionary. And now they're telling Atiku to use Atiku and Obi to use their wealth to get Nigerians out of poverty. How much wealth do they have combined that can get Nigerians out of poverty? Or I should call Buhari to come and move Nigeria out of poverty for depleting the foreign reserves of Nigerians. I don't know where we're going from here. But like I said, it's going to get a whole lot uglier before it gets better. On a final note, I think we have to come by with a strategy for combating kidnappers. I remember that, I think it was yesterday you played I wasn't here, but I was watching I was listening offline. The bus that was hijacked on the way from the east to, I think it was in Lokoja, and they left that little girl by herself because they didn't want to take the little girl. They hijacked everybody in the bus, but left that little girl by herself in the bush or by the side of the road. My dear Nigerians, if ever you are kidnapped, do not follow any kidnapper, no matter what they threaten you with. Let them gun you right there, because where you're going, you will not come back. Now, these kidnappers, I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do. Are they going to keep those people there till they get in touch with the families and start asking for ransom? What exactly was the aim of that kidnap? I don't know. But like I said, we need to start educating our Nigerians how to combat kidnappers, even without weapons. Either you flee in different directions, cause confusion in their camp, or let them just gun you down right there. We need to learn to start fighting for our rights. Thank you, my people.
Okay, thank you, Madam Luke. God bless you. Gassiem, I don't know if you have sorted that out.
I think so. Hello.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Thank you. We can hear you.
That's all.
Please,
that's
go
okay.
ahead.
Now, actually, yeah, thank you, Niger Watch. Sorry for the hitch. Actually, since yesterday, I've been sober, like every other person, because of the death of this Herbert Wigwe, such a shining star who had a lot of dreams. He has actualized some. Then one should have come on stream by September 2024, which is the Wigwe University. The guy is an Ikwere from River State, from Isiokpo town. What really endeared me to him was when I went through the Wigwe University, his opening statement, which briefly says, I cannot change the world overnight. But if I can empower even one youth today, tomorrow, they could join me in empowering others. With time, we could change the world. The truth is that the end to the good we can achieve is nowhere in sight. There's so much more to conquer. There are more lives to impact and generations to uplift to achieve their full potential. History will favor the brave, those who knew their limitations only because they had to defy them. History will favor the fearless. he was fearless. And that was why he founded the university, which will take off in September 2024. Well, I will join the millions all over the world to say, may your soul rest in peace. Whatever it is, as you go back to your Mecca, may you pass through the solid bonds of the earth. Amen. Now, I want to say something about this Tinubu asking for ideas. Now, I've seen a headline, Tinubu begging army not to overtake, I don't even support military coups. So even without him begging it, it's not that he's speaking. We don't know. Because despite the fact that we've been having democracy, there are still signs that some states are doing something better for themselves, while others are looting their treasury. That's by the way. But what manner of government will come to power knowing that the assignment you are going to, the job you are entering into comes with a timeline, which is 4 years. About 6-7 months into the job, you are asking people for ideas, which means you weren't prepared. That'd be an issue. You see, we do analysis here. That is the meaning. That is the way I understand it. Maybe if you had gone halfway, let's say you ran out of gas. But this one, you've not even started. You should be full of vitality now, everywhere shaking. 6 months, is it not 6 months? Since May, I think started asking for ideas since last year ending. So you don't even have anything at all. You hope when you come in, you blackmail Obi like they are doing. Obi is going to Ivory Coast to go and watch match instead of volunteering ideas to help him. So everybody now have to contribute ideas. What was your manifesto? What do you had in mind when you were coming in? You see, that is why people should now realize that when we were saying when will Tinubu appear for debate, people like Babajide Kolade Otitoju in TVC, they were hiding him. So after all, debate is in the constitution. Or debate is in not this one that they are using social media to run people down. Debate. If you have any question, raise it. Bayo Ononogadem, Festus Keyamo, Fane Kayode, there for food Kayode, then which other, you know them and those gang. They were shielding Tinubu, defending anywhere, attacking Peter Obi. Peter Obi will be with Ruben Abati, Tudu Abiola, and Rufai. The other time you will see Peter Obi in channels, in different TV stations. Atiku, to fulfill all righteousness, invited Abati into his place, maybe in Adamawa, I don't know, in Abuja. With this thing, they interviewed him, at least to fulfill all righteousness. Tinubu nowhere to be found. Then he used to say, Obi, import and export. Now statistics we go chop. See? 6 months, 8 months into the regime, he's asking for ideas. From who? I thought you know what to do. Which brings me to the question. So this man hasn't got friends, no connection. Are there no economists anywhere that are Nigerians, wherever they may be, financial experts? Because the economy is in doldrums now. Are there nobody you could call on? Jonathan came into office. Before he assembled his ministers, he went to Konji and said, you have to come back and lead the economy. And the woman delivered. Obasanjo did first term. Nothing to show when you have the likes of Sule Lamido with school start, becoming Minister for Foreign Affairs. What can he say in Washington than to smile at maybe George Bush and then sit down? Second time, they told him, Obasanjo, you haven't achieved anything. Nothing. Then he pursued the debt relief, brought in Soludo, Okonjo-Iweala, Bodo Augusto. Where is the other one? And this man at African Development Bank. I mean, you see figures, people that know what they are doing. You see them, Madam Obire Ezekwesili from IMF or so. So all these people, they sat down, they crafted a policy to the extent that the best economy we've had since 1999 was under Obasanjo. Soludo did banking consolidation. 89 banks became maybe less than, I think, I don't know, reduce them to either 20 or something, and then hoping to reduce them to 4 or 5 so that you can syndicate loan with anybody can invest and borrow any amount. I mean, you see Nigerian banks being on the West Coast, you see Gambia, you see Nigerian banks, Senegal, Sierra Leone, Ghana, even in Namibia, Angola, South Africa, you see Nigerian banks. So these were one, you see what Obasanjo did. It's all credit to him. Now look at what we are having. This is a very sad commentary on a regime that people were heaping, using it to insult who are you to talk? He knows everything. He has strategy. He strategized. He built Lagos. Lagos that Jakonde built with so many legacies to go for it. Tinubu appropriated Lagos, changing every important landmark in Lagos. Appropriates it, takes it at his own. They everywhere. So now, getting like one of my friends said, you can rig yourself into office in Nigeria, or into the office of the president in Nigeria. It's simple. Call INEC how much you dump the $billions to them. Then who again? The police, the army said, this is your own. Okay, the Supreme Court, in case they come, this is your own. That's all. You can rig yourself into office in Nigeria very easy. But you cannot rig yourself out of poverty. That is where we are now. If it's possible to rig poverty, they could have rigged it to tell you. So there's nothing. There's no way you can, there's no economic principle called defending Naira. If you don't produce, your currency goes down. Not just produce, if you don't export, anything that can aid you that foreign, it continues to go down. And Nigeria is an import-dependent economy. The macroeconomic stability is not there. Inflation is way up. It's just spiraling out of control. You don't talk of interest rate. Nothing is steady. Infrastructure is even zero. 60 years after independence, we are still battling with how many hours of flight how many minutes of flight can you have in a day? What Angola has, they've all conquered. In fact, let me use this to sound this because sometimes, when you start to challenge certain statements, then that is when you know that you are learning or you are becoming wise. Not really wise as a serpent, but you are learning. In those days, we were taught that Mungo Park discovered River Niger. They are no longer teaching it now. I don't need to elaborate on it. We used to hear that if Nigeria did not rise, Africa no go rise. That one, I mean, the quote am now on Niger Watch platform is a lie. Egypt is rising. Rwanda is rising. Even South Africa is rising. Kenya is rising. Why is the other one? Senegal is better. Tanzania, they're all moving up. Namibia, but Nigeria is sinking. So why are they not sinking with Nigeria? So which means what they are now, they say Nigeria, if Nigeria did not rise, Africa, it not allow you. That one now wayo, then they play before. I want somebody to, let's have a debate on it, whoever wants. Nigeria is tanking. Other African countries are rising. Look at the level Egypt is now. Nigeria can't dream that with what we are in the next. By the way, how can Egypt and South Africa be having steady power supply with so many megawatts, thousands of megawatts in reserve? And they said they are waiting for Nigeria to rise. It's not possible. Yes, please.
I beg, remove North Africa from this equation, please. Thank you.
Okay, how? Do you mean that they are too far away, or?
I beg, we're not in the same level. Just start from the Sahel and come down. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, but then be African now. When they said Nigeria didn't rise, so you see, so there are certain things that so me they learn. Or sometimes you query something. So does it mean that Nigeria is sinking? Why can't all those ones be sinking? So that when Nigeria start to rise, then go, this is what they used to deceive. If Nigeria did it, Africa is waiting for Nigeria. Nobody is waiting. Now they are not waiting anything. That one now, why you? They're all moving. If they are waiting, why is Rwanda better than Nigeria today? Seychelles, see them. Even Cape Verde, they are playing Nations Cup with Equatorial Guinea. Are these people waiting for Nigeria? Like Mother Luke said, I shouldn't go Egypt. So let me not cross the Sahel. So all these people in the southern part of Africa, all these countries, are they waiting for Nigeria? So that is a shame, and I want people to learn it from today or to challenge me. Let's hold a debate. There is no Nigeria is just dragging Africa down. That is the meaning. Now the other one is on AFCON, which will soon take place in about maybe 1 hour's time. I have this to say. One, I want Nigeria to win for obvious reasons. I'm already biased in favor of Victor Osimhen. I want Nigeria to win. Probability score the winning goal. If it's 1-0, let it be Osimhen's goal. Let him win the best player of the tournament. The golden boot, the highest number of goals scored. No, I don't think he's far off. Unless he scores 5 today or maybe 6, which I don't know. So let him win because he's African Footballer of the Year. It will stand him in a good position to retain that title because Nigeria has been quite absent on that podium. Every African Footballer of the Year, the French, I think, is it Senegal and Cameroon dominated it, or Egypt, for the past maybe 6-7 years. So this time, since Kano Nwankwo of 1999, no Nigerian has come close. So I want Osimhen to do well, and I like his form of. He reminds me of Yekini in those days, who finishes every move and he doesn't say it's never say die. Other players are equally good. The goalkeeper, the defense that have been doing a yeoman's job, making sure that as much as they can score more, they can concede. Very watertight, mean defense. No way you can cross. Then the midfield, where you have to sacrifice something to get something. We don't have to do show, but in the years of Okocha to Amokachi to Mutu Adepoju back to Olise gives it back to Okocha, he dances 1-2, gives to Yekini release. So all those ones, maybe Nigeria can entertain those, but what we want is functional football to win today. So my heart goes out to the Eagles. They have to, they have my support. Osimhen should be in top form and should be smiling. Like I said, I want a signed Napoli shirt from him. Now the other one is protest against hunger. Mother Luke, I support you. Let the thing start from the area that voted Tinubu first. We will know the area that they felt that they didn't vote for him. We join last. Yes, I support the protest, but somewhere so it will start from where it's supposed to start, because now they bring this man, they help to rig him in. Even if they may not have the final say, but the fact that the propaganda they carried just to discredit Obi, now they're all shouting. Hunger is wiring them. Let them start from the north, then move to the southwest. By the time the train crosses, is it not Ondo State, entering Edo, then we go start to we go start to look for space to join.
Exactly.
To join. We support now. You know, say in those days, if you they go, some go say, I go pass through you. So make you wait for the junction. If I come, then I go carry you. May just be ready by 8 o'clock. Wait for me at the junction as they take motor. In those days. So, and I support it. Let them protest, because hunger is not anybody's friend. But where it should start, I think to me they're not even let the intensity increase. Let it start. All those people where they're not the elite, let them even come out. Kano, Kaduna, Kasena, all those where they give million votes. They told Peter Obi, Peter Obi can win in the north. When he won in Nasarawa and Benue and Plateau, they say he never win in core north. So there is core north. Okay, let those core north, let the thing start from there. Then we gonna say they don't serious.
Exactly.
Then when he gets when he gets to Iraq, I see the people of Osun State, Iraq BG especially, come out. I gonna say, yeah, water don't pass Gary through. Then we go put our perfume. They wait for the junction. By the time it comes, you go end in Cross River, maybe Ogoniland. But you have to start from North Congo West, come Rohe, go south, then join southeast. They go end at Ogoni or Oron. I'm gonna say yes. So everybody go ready, but we have to join it in phases. If you no get to this place, I know say they're no serious. Now that's another way of bringing people out again. Because if really you are hungry, I mean, let's show it. I support the protest. I wouldn't say I don't. I support it because I know what hunger it means. But where it should start is where I'm particular about. They shouldn't start, and nobody should blame any people from Ogoni. Say they never join, or people from Enugu. No, they are waiting. Na train. When it comes to your station, you join. If you no come, say they cancel the train, or maybe something happen. So nobody can blame you. I think for that, I hold off here to give room for another person. Like, thank you, Niger Watch. Let's say Niger Watch. Okay, Niger, Abi don't go watch match. Niger Watch, maybe. Hey, nobody there has Madam Luke.
I beg.
Okay.
We wait for them.
Okay. Oh, be like said they don't attach madam. Okay, even Jonathan said. Niger Watch. No, be like said they don't attack him. Like I said, they don't attack him. So for the match today, I want Nigeria to win.
You can hear me now, right?
I'm really happy. I want them to win, to at least let people be happy, even if the hunger will continue tomorrow. But because with all this hunger, they can't lose again today. That one a double jeopardy now.
All right.
We can't.
Me, I will be coming back again later on, if only on one condition: if we win.
We go. If not that one, we go win. You know, people say 3-0. This I said no worry. Even if not half, winning now winning. Even if not half goal, let them just blow. Nigeria, you win. You carry cup. And the happiness.
Exactly.
The happiness because the happiness I want.
If we
Mr.
win,
Niger Watch, don't forget to see. Anybody will get hypertension, please.
Yeah, make it know.
I'm going to be watching it on Mr. Damage. Dr. Damage did a very good. There are some people, he made a show for those people that don't have high blood pressure, so they will not watch the game. So all he was doing, he did a live stream, and they were telling the people who didn't want to watch what was going on. So that is where I will be. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you all. So we're going to be coming back again later. Give us a minute. You are just coming in. Unfortunately, we are rounding up. We are coming back after the match. So you have something to quickly say for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. Greetings to you and the panelists and everyone. It just so probably ask the reason why they are asking Peter Obi to give them idea. I think they said the guy was going to hit the ground running, right? So why are they begging for ideas? They have the knowledge, they have everything, they have people around them that should be able to help them. So why are they clamoring for idea? I was sharing earlier with somebody today in church. Showed them the video of people now going to Owambe and they are drinking Gary and Kulikuli and all that. And what they're saying is it's not their own fault. But it's just sad that you feel you can do it. Why asking for Peter to give you idea and all that? You should be able to just hit the ground, like you said, hit the ground running and then continue to govern the country. But now you stole the mandate, you did everything that you need to do.
Okay, let's come back later.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. Let's go watch this football. We'll come back again later on by if only we win. As I talk,
we go win.
Whether winning or not winning should not be dependent on you coming up.
No, my brother. If we not win, I know they come. No, I mean,
okay, give us the information to everything so that we can come by ourselves.
Give us key. Make we open door by ourselves. Where Black Panther self. In fact, you know what you go do. Whether we win or we win, you go come. If you say we not go win, just open the door, run away. We go come.
Exactly.
Keep the door open. Immediately you open and you just
what I will do, I pray make we win. If we don't win, I will come live. I not go talk anything. I will pull link there. Everybody enter by yourself.
That one do we go. We go moderate ourselves. It's good. It's good.
No, I can't take this. No, we'll win.
We win. There's no fight. We will win.
If they won against South Africa, why do you think they will not win against Ivory Coast?
My brother, and I find out, don't look down on anybody on final game.
This one is a walk. Is a walk in the park. I mean, this one is a very easy game. Just
okay.
We'll come back and say it here.
Hopefully. Thank you very much, my people. We have 7 minutes kickoff. So I appreciate every one of you. Please press on the like button, help us to share. Join us by 10 p.m. again. Hopefully, we win this football so that we can come and talk about this. Mother of all mommy diaspora, thank you very much. Lele, thank you. Love of God is my strength. Kate, Morrissey, Ejidima, Ivy Jack, and many others right there. Those of you that joined the panel, Madam Luke, Mr. Jonathan, Gassiem, give us a mandate. Mashallah, God bless you all, my people. So make we quickly go prepare. Well, if I the best way they drink, now say I go carry better wine or what do I call it, palm wine. Make I take watch this match.
No, you know, get fresh palm wine by this hour. Now, palm wine in the morning drinking. If you day village, you
okay. The morning they drink palm wine.
No be the morning then go tap and corn now. Fresh as
okay.
you as a come. Now then they drink them. You know, no.
You see, now, our village now full and yes, my daughter take over. I bet Moku Yoko Kumago. Thank you, my people. God, I go bless you now.
No more bad government in Nigeria.
Okay, thank you.
That have been consistent speaking against bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Niger what yo? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only leader that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what be here? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The #1 media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what media? Voice for the voiceless. Niger what media? Voice for the voiceless. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Niger what you? We have been seeing all you guys have been doing. And he recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the #1.